It's not gonna stop the music. Oh, that's clutch. No, we're good. We're good. Okay, so look, new video, new series coming out. It's gonna be Rashad Reads. That's me reading a book. Today we got The Art of War by Sun Tzu, translated by Thomas Cleary. Got 2 CDs in here, and I think I'll even show like some of the different artwork. I'm trying not to destroy this book. Jesus Christ. I'll show some of the different artwork that's in there. You know, this is a book that my dad put me onto, and I forgot a lot about. So we're gonna resaturate our minds with it. I hope that music's not distracting either. Hold up. Get down. Just a little. Alright, I'm gonna read the translator's preface or the preface too, just because I think it's, I don't know, we gotta go full send. The Art of War, compiled well over 2,000 years ago by a mysterious Chinese warrior philosopher, is still perhaps the most prestigious and influential book of strategy in the world today. As eagerly studied in Asia by modern politicians and executives as it has been by military leaders and strategists for the last 2 millennia and more. In Japan, which was transformed directly from a feudal culture into a corporate culture virtually overnight, contemporary students of the art of war have applied the strategy of this ancient classic to modern politics. Bro, what is this music? Why is it 2 minutes? No, hold on. We're going back, but we gotta get that last. I thought I had the 3 hour lo-fi study beats up. Okay, yeah, we're good. What did I say? In Japan, which was transformed directly from a feudal culture into a corporate culture virtually overnight, the contemporary students of the art of war have applied the strategy of this ancient classic to modern politics and business with a similar alacrity, A-L-A-C-R-I-T-Y, alacrity. Indeed, some see in the successes of post-war Japan an illustration of Sun Tzu's dictum of the classic, to win without fighting is best. Damn. To win without fighting is best. That's a bar. As a study of the anatomy of organizations in conflict, the art of war applies to competition and conflict in general. On every level, from the interpersonal to the international, its aim is invincibility, victory without battle, and unassailable strength through the understanding of the physics, politics, and psychology of conflict. This translation of the art of war presents the classic from the point of view of its background in the great spiritual tradition of Taoism, or Taoism. What is perhaps the most characteristically, I swear it, bro, that sounds simple, me saying it, it looks crazy written. Characteristically. Am I slow? Taoist about the art of war in such a way as to recommend itself to the modern day is the manner in which power is continually tempered by a profound undercurrent of humanism. The art of war is thus a book not only of war, but also of peace. Above all, a tool for understanding the very roots of conflict and resolution. Damn. Okay, so too long, didn't read. If you didn't catch all that, this book is not all about war. It's about peace, conflict resolution, and to win without fighting is best. That's a quote that you need to remember from that little preface. The translator's introduction. Let's see how long this is. Now we're gonna read it. According to an old story, a lord of ancient China once asked his physician, a member of a family of healers, which of them was the most skilled in the art. The physician, whose reputation was such that his name became synonymous with medical science in China, replied, "My eldest brother sees the spirit of sickness and removes it before it takes shape, so his name does not get out of the house." Wow. "My elder brother cures sickness when it is still extremely minute, so his name does not get out of the neighborhood." Wow. Sorry guys, that was my live. "As for me, I puncture veins, prescribe potions, and massage skin, so from time to time my name gets out, and it is heard among the lords. Among the tales of ancient China, none captures more beautifully than is the essence of The Art of War, the premier classic of the science of strategy and conflict. The healing arts and the martial arts may be a world apart in ordinary usage, but they are parallel in several senses. In recognizing, as the story says, that the less needed the better, in the sense that both involve strategy in dealing with disharmony, and in the sense that both knowledge of the problem is key to the solution. As in the story of the ancient healers, in Sun Tzu's philosophy, the peak efficiency of knowledge and strategy is to make conflict altogether unnecessary. Wow, hold on, let me read that back. As in the story of the ancient healers in Sun Tzu's philosophy, the peak efficiency of knowledge and strategy is to make conflict altogether unnecessary. And like the story of the healers, Sun Tzu explains that there are all grades of martial arts. The superior militarist foils the enemy's plots. Next best is to ruin their alliances. Next after that is to attack their armed forces. Worse is to besiege their cities. This ideal strategy, whereby one could win without fighting, accomplish the most by doing the least, bears the characteristic stamp of Taoism, the ancient tradition of knowledge that has fostered both the healing arts and the martial arts in China. The ancient Taoist masters showed how the man of aggressive violence appears to be ruthless. But is really an emotionalist. Then they slay the emotionalist with the real ruthlessness before revealing the spontaneous nature of free humanity. Real ruthless, the coldness of complete objectivity, always includes oneself in its cutting assessment of the real situation. This is the ruthlessness of Lao Tzu when he says in the Tao Te Ching that the universe is inhumane and the sage sees people as being like the straw dogs used for ritual sacrifices. Damn! Real ruthlessness, the coldness of complete objectivity, always includes oneself in its cutting assessment of the real situation. This is the ruthlessness of Lao Tzu when he says in the Tao Te Ching that the universe is inhumane and the sage sees people as being like the straw dogs used in ritual sacrifices. That's crazy, gang. Lao Tzu, and another ancient Taoist master, also gives numerous dramatic illustrations of ruthlessness towards oneself as an exercise in perspective designed to lead to a cessation of internal and external conflict. Wow. This inhumanity is not used by the original philosophers as a justification for quasi-ruthless possessive aggression, but as a meditation on the ultimate meaninglessness of the greed and possessiveness that underlie aggression. In India, Buddhist aspirants used to visit burning grounds and watch the corpses of those whose family couldn't afford a cremation right away. They did this to terrify the greed and possessiveness out of themselves. After that, they turned their minds toward thoughts of ideal individuals and ideal societies. Similarly, Master Sun has his readers dwell on the ravages of war, from its incipient phases of treachery and alienation to its extreme forms of incendiary attack and siege, viewed as a sort of mass cannibalism of the humane and natural resources. With this device, he gives the reader an enhanced feeling for the significance of individual and social virtues espoused by the humanitarian pacifist. Jesus Christ. All right. Paradox is often thought of as a standard device of Taoist psychology, used to cross imperceptible barriers of the awareness. Perhaps the paradox of the art of war is in the opposition to war, and as the art of war wars against war, it does so by its own principles. It infiltrates the enemy's lines, uncovers the enemy's secrets, and changes the hearts of the enemy's troops. The commentary in this translation has been selected from a standard collection of 11 interpreters who lived from the 2nd to 12th centuries. Wow. Okay, and that was just the preface, bro. That's the preface. That's the translator's commentary. That can already give you some insights. Jesus Christ. Look at this picture. Come on, bro. 1. Strategic assessments. Wow. Okay, so the way, I'm going to just tell you how the structure of this book is written. So it has different lines. Like it has different passages, and then under is the commentary. So I'll read the passage, break the commentary, and but I'll make a separation to say where the commentary is and where the actual book is. So part 1. Military action is important to the nation. It is the ground of death and life, the path of survival and destruction. So it is imperative to examine it. Now here's the commentary. The ground means the location, the place of pitched battle. Gain the advantage and you live. Lose the advantage and you die. Therefore, military action is called the ground of death and life. The path means the way to adjust to the situation and establish victory. Find this and you survive. Lose this and you perish. Therefore, this is back to the... Therefore, measure in terms of 5 things. Use these assessments to make comparisons and thus find out which the conditions are. The five things are the way, the weather, the terrain, the leadership, and the discipline. Oh, so the way, the weather, the terrain, the leadership, and the discipline. Commentary. These are to be assessed at the headquarters. First, assess yourself and your opponent in terms of these 5 things, deciding who is superior. Then you can determine who is likely to prevail. Excuse me. The way means inducing the people to have the same aim as the leadership, so that they will share the death and share life without fear or danger. Wow, hold on. The way means inducing the people to have the same aim as the leadership, so that they will share death and share life without fear of danger. Think about that. Getting all of your people on the same point, being all focused to one goal, to have an aim. Think about that. That they can share death and share life without danger. Come on now. Commentary. The way means humaneness and justice. In ancient times, a famous minister of state asked a political philosopher about military matters. The philosopher said, humaneness and justice are the means by which to govern properly. When the government is carried out properly, people feel close to the leadership and think little of dying for it. The weather means seasons. Commentary. In the ancient times, many soldiers lost their fingers to frostbite on campaigns against the Huns, and many soldiers died of plague on campaigns against the southern tribes. This was because of carrying out operations in winter and summer. So they're saying the seasons in which you do things are important. The season. The terrain is to be assessed in terms of distance, difficulty, or ease of travel, dimension, and safety. Commentary. In any military operation, it is important to first know the lay of the land. When you know the distance to be traveled, then you can plan whether to proceed directly or by circuitous. I think it's a circular. The word is circuitous. Circuitous route. When you know the difficulty or ease of travel, then you can determine the advantages of infantry or mounted troops. When you know the dimensions of the area, then you can assess how many troops you need, many or few. When you know the relative safety of the terrain, then you can discern whether to do battle or disperse. Leadership is a matter of intelligence, trustworthiness, humaneness, courage, and sternness. I love that. Leadership is a matter of intelligence, trustworthiness, humaneness, courage, and sternness. Come on now, what are we talking about? The commentary. The way of the ancient kings was to consider humaneness foremost, while the martial artist considered intelligence foremost. This is because intelligence involves the ability to plan and to know when to change effectively. Trustworthiness means to make people sure of punishment or reward. Humaneness means love and compassion for people, being aware of their toils. Courage means to seize the opportunities to make certain of victory without vacillation. Sternness means to establish discipline in the ranks by strict punishments. I like that. Sternness. I like that. I like that, man. Okay. Discipline means organization, chain of command, and logistics. Discipline, bruh, means organization. Organization, bro. Clean. Chain of command and logistics. Commentary. Organization means that the troops must be grouped in a regulated manner. Chain of command means that there must be officers to keep the troops together and lead them. Logistics means overseeing supplies. Every general has heard of these 5 things. Those who know them prevail. Those who do not know them do not prevail. Therefore, use the assessments for comparison to find out which the conditions are, or what the conditions are. That is to say, which political leadership has the way, which general has ability, who has the better climate and terrain, whose discipline is effective, whose troops are the stronger, whose officers and soldiers are the better trained, whose system of rewards and punishment is clear. This is how you can know who will win. Look at this, bro. Commentary. The ancient classic of documents says, the one who treats me well is my leader. The one who treats me cruelly is my enemy. The question is, which side has a humane government and which side has a cruel government? The ancient classic of documents says, the one who treats me well is my leader. The one who treats me cruelly is my enemy. The question is, which side has a humane government and which side has a cruel government? Okay. Assess the advantages in taking advice, then structure your forces accordingly to supplement extraordinary tactics. Forces are to be structured strategically based on what is advantageous. A military operation involves deception. Even though you are competent, appear to be incompetent. Though effective, appear to be ineffective. Assess the advantages in taking advice, then structure your forces accordingly to supplement extraordinary tactics. Forces are to be structured strategically based on what is advantageous. A military operation involves deception. Even though you are competent, appear to be incompetent. Though effective, appear to be ineffective. This is a huge key to preserving your peace too. Appear to be incompetent, appear to be lesser. You don't always have to let people know what you know. Your ability is your ability. You know? So though effective, appear to be ineffective sometimes. Sometimes I play the floor, I play it real low. Because when they think you don't know something, you don't have to do it. You know? You can put more attention and more energy to things that you want. So I really like this. Deception can be very useful. You know? Very useful. If you play it right, deception, it doesn't always have to be sneaky. You know? It could just be limiting the information you allow to slip. You know? Commentary. This means that when you are really competent and effective, you outwardly appear to be incompetent and ineffective, so as to cause the enemy to be unprepared. Deception is for the purpose of seeking victory over an enemy. To command a group requires truthfulness. So I love he specifies. Deception is for the purpose of seeking victory over an enemy. To command a group requires truthfulness. So they're saying, don't use your deception towards your own group, your own people. This is a tactic to get somewhere, to demand victory over an enemy. But this is not to hurt your own people, you know, to fold your own gang, you know. I like that. When you're going to attack nearby, make it look as if you are going to go a long way. When you're going to attack far away, make it look as if you are going just a short distance. Draw them in with the prospect of gain. Take them by confusion. Commentary. When the states of Wu and Yu were at war with each other, Wu sent out 3,000 criminals to give an appearance of disorder so as to lure Yu. Some of the criminals ran, some of them gave up. The Yu army fought with them, only to be defeated by the army of Wu. So they tossed a bunch of dudes in the mix just for the chaos, bro. The chaos theory, you know? When they are fulfilled, be prepared against them. When they are strong, avoid them. Smart. If the enemy's government is fulfilled, meaning that there is a mutual love between the rulers and the ruled, there is a clarity and trustworthiness in the system of rewards and punishments, and the soldiers are well trained, then you should be on guard against them. Do not wait for a clash to make your preparations. Stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. Stay ready so you don't gotta get ready. I said it. Use anger to throw them into disarray. When their military leadership is, how are we about to say this word? Obstreperous. It's obstreperous. Obstreperous. You should irritate them to make them angry. Then they will become impetus and ignore their original strategy. 1 second. Oh yeah. All right, we're good. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm gonna cut it when it gets to the second part. Use anger to throw them into disarray. When their military leadership is obstreperous, you should irritate them to make them angry. Then they will become impetus and ignore their original strategy. Use humility to make them haughty. Tire them by flight. Cause division among them. Attack when they are unprepared. Make your move when they do not expect it. Commentary. Strike at their gaps. Attack when they are lax. Don't let the enemy figure out how to prepare. This is why it is said that in military operations, formlessness is the most effective. One of the great warrior leaders said, the most efficient of movements is the one that is unexpected. The best of plans is the one that is unknown. Yeah. Damn. The most efficient of movements is the one that is unexpected. The best of plans is the one that is unknown. The formation and the procedure used by the military should not be divulged beforehand. Commentary. To divulge means to leak out. Rat. To divulge means to leak out. The military has no constant form, just as water has no constant shape. Adapt as you face the enemy, without letting them know beforehand what you are going to do. Therefore, assessment of the enemy is in the mind. Observation of the situation is in the eyes. To divulge means to leak out. The military has no constant form, just as water has no constant shape. Adapt as you face the enemy without letting them know beforehand what you are going to do. Therefore, assessment of the enemy is in the mind. Observation of the situation is in the eyes. Oh, man. And this is the last page on this first chapter. The one who figures on victory at headquarters before even doing battle is the one who has the most strategic factors on his side. The one who figures on inability to prevail at headquarters before doing battle is the one who has the least strategic factors on his side. The one with many strategic factors in his favor wins. The one with few strategic factors in his favor loses. How much more so for one with no strategic factors in how much the more so for one with no strategic factors in his favor. Observing the matter in this way, I can see who will win and who will lose. So he's saying, it's the battle is won before you even leave headquarters. I like that. Commentary. When your strategy is deep and far-reaching, then what you gain by your calculations is much, so you can win before you even fight. When your strategic thinking is shallow and nearsighted, then what you gain by your calculations is little, so you lose before you do battle. Damn. Therefore, it is said that victorious warriors win first, then go to war, while defeated warriors go to While defeated warriors go to war first and seek to win. You're not hearing this shit, bro. Therefore, it is said that victorious warriors go to win first, and then go to war. Win first. Up here. In preparation, in your planning. What does your plan look like? You're going to war every day. You're going to battle every day. Are you planning? Are you prepping at headquarters? This is deep, bro. This is the first chapter, so I'm gonna leave it right there. That was strategic assessments, and this is onto the site, but we'll start that up in the next video. I really love this. This is allowing me to reconnect with information my dad passed to me, and I don't know, just resaturate my mind with it and really, sit. So I'm gonna hope to keep doing this. I ain't gonna make a long video, long outro. Rock with me. Thanks for everybody that's been rocking with me, and stay tuned for the next video. I'll see y'all.